What's up everybody, it's DaYDreaMz. Welcome back to a brand new video, and I'm going to show you guys what not to do in Dragon Campaign and what you should do in the Dragon Campaign, because some things have changed and it's not the same as it used to be. We've lost 2 in a row now after going on like a 15 win streak, and we've got to change up some things in our strategy, so I figured while I do that it might help some of you guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the buildings are and the points that they give, and I'm going to tell you the buildings in order of importance. So we were playing as the blue team. Now I'll show you guys the video, it'll be up after this. We held it close most of the time, but we gave up the 3 buildings that we couldn't give up, and then we held almost everything else except for like 3 or 4 buildings literally. And we were farming some of their team, but I noticed that now the 2 buildings, like what is it, the training grounds and the armory, both give the same points as the crystal mine. So before, the crystal mine was so important because, as you can see, the crystal mine produces a large amount of camp points. After occupying the crystal mine, the camp points will increase by 8 points every minute. That's huge, guys. And the camp points will determine the winner of the whole battle. So as you guys know, you get points. You get a point for every victory. I believe you get a point for every successful defense, and then you get points for taking buildings. I believe 15 points per building. It has a 5-minute countdown. Now this gives 8 points every minute. So in the 5 minutes that the building's counting down, you're getting twice that points just from holding one of these 3 buildings. So pretty much, unless you're holding, even if you're holding every other building, if you don't hold at least one of these 3 buildings, you're gonna lose. Even if you hold every other building, you could probably farm their small players and still win. But I mean, I just realized, I don't know how this slipped my mind, guys. I'm extremely embarrassed, but I just didn't notice the importance of the training grounds and the armory. I'm not perfect at the game. I know a lot about it. I've played it for a year and a half, but I never pretended to know everything about the game. So I'm always learning, and this is huge right here. So we're playing as the blue squad. So I'm thinking in the future, we always go and take the Tower Blessings because they give the 5% attack. Let me show you. Tower Blessings are huge as well. I'm not going to give up their importance, but there's 2 of them. One right here at the top side of the map, and one at the opposite side on the bottom. The Tower Blessings provides a great attack and defense boost. After occupying it, troops on your side will get an attributes bonus. So you basically get 10% attack, 10% defense buffs when you take these. So those are still important. Now, in order of importance, I would rank them 4th and 4th place, tied for 4th. So basically, as far as strategy goes, I think that you don't want to give up your side's training grounds or armory. So for us, it's, I believe, the training grounds, or it's the armory on the right side, training grounds on the left side. They're the same building, guys. They just have different names. These give you 8 points every minute. You have to hold this, and you better reinforce it. So from now on, we're going to take the armory first, whatever one's on our side, armory or training grounds. And then we're going to send our second best player, well, actually we're going to send our best player to their side to take their training grounds or armory. And if they have a Prestige 5 castle, which most of the ones we face do, they usually go for the crystal building. So we'll just try to take those other 2 and we'll get 8 points. So we'll be getting 16 points a minute. They'll be getting 8 points a minute. If we have to, we'll rally them. We will not stop rallying until we take at least 2 of these 3 buildings. That's just, you got to do that. Another thing, you want to send like some of your, like, just, let's say you're like, 5th through 10th best players. You want to send them to be taking these teleport points, because every time you take one, of course, you get 15 points, but you also get the 5 teleports every time you take one. So every time you take one, you get 5 teleports, and if you can hold the other team from getting teleports, it's going to keep them from running around and smashing your smaller players. So you definitely want to take those. As far as the smaller buildings, of course you want to take them. The Night Hall, that's what gives the, you know, this isn't like massive really, because these, I mean, what do these Dragon Knights really do? They're not really that powerful. It's not like they're just taking people out. They get stronger as the fight goes on, but you know, I think people overemphasize on this building, and I don't think it's that big of a deal to lose it. Of course, if you can take it, it's great to have, and it might mess up, you know, their communication stuff. It's going to show, you know, flashing red the whole time, but as far as points and stuff, I don't think it's really a big deal. They can take it once, get to 15 points, and then that's about it. Now, the healing building, I like what this does. It heals your troops faster, so if you can take this is another like just bonus building. And then the supply point, let's check it out. The supply point produces a few camp points. After occupying the supply point, the camp points will increase 3 points every minute, so it's good to know. Now, they change this Dragon campaign all the time, because when I started playing this, it was not like this. It's my fault for not keeping up on it. But determine the winner of the whole battle. Okay, so this is like the other three, but you get 3 points every minute. So I mean, think about that over an 2-hour long battle. So the supply point's huge. So these are the 4 most important buildings, and then of course the Tower of Blessings. And if you can get the healing, speed ups, the teleport points, every building's important now. So they've given an importance to every building. As far as the least important, I would say it's the Night Hall is the least important to me, and the Dragon Towers. But these Dragon Towers, guys, they do spit out fire, and they will kill a lot of the enemy troops, or your troops if you don't have them. So it's good to have them too. It's good to have all of them, of course. This is, you know, it's obvious it's good to have all of them. But as far as order of importance, I would say, as far as order of importance, if you're on the blue side, taking your armory is first. And if you're on the red side, taking your training grounds, that's the first order of business for you guys. And then second order of business, if you can get it, take the crystal mine. You know, a lot of times the biggest castle from the other team is going to try to take it. So if that's the case, then you might be better off going for the other team's armory or training grounds. Now, also make sure that you gun for the supply point. It's right here. Okay, it's right below me here. Right there's a supply point. It's in the middle on the bottom side. So the bottom side, the reason I like to teleport to that is because it has the 1 extra building than the top side. It has the supply point. And actually, there's ones in the corners. I forgot about these. It's so important, but I forgot about them. And, you know, that's why we lost this battle. And good job by the other team. They held 4 of the 5 best buildings, but you know, we're wondering how are we losing, and I feel so stupid. I didn't even want to make the video, but I figured it could help some of you guys. And this is why we've actually lost the last 2 Dragon campaigns, is because we've held all the buildings except for the 4 or 5 important ones that give all the points. And you know, you can still farm their small players and stuff, but we got to focus on these as well. So let's check out where all of these buildings are. So there's one down here to the right. There's one right here in the middle. So that's 2. There's one over here to the left. That's 3. I think there's one down here in the bottom. Yep, there's 4, and I believe there's one at the top. So these 5 buildings give you 3 points every 5 minutes. So these 5 buildings are very important as well. So you're going to want to split your people up basically and have them take the teleport points and take the supply points at the same time. And then maybe split your team up into 4 groups. Like for me, I think I'm going to start having all of my Korean players teleport north, all the Japanese players teleport south, and then everyone that can communicate with me take basically the middle and their side, and then everyone that just stays in the hive and doesn't pay much attention, I'll have them take the buildings on the right side. So I'm going to break it up like that, and I think if I break it up like that, it's going to be a lot better communication, because with LOK there is a huge communication barrier. It's massive. You know, we use the translation to, you know, speak to each other, and we're able to communicate through that pretty well. But in the heat of the battle, and like when we're fighting, it's really hard to communicate. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put all the Japanese players to the south, all the Korean players to the north, and then anyone else that's left will take. I'll just I'll command them. I'll have Belith command the Japanese in the south, Painkiller command the Koreans in the north. We can hold those two, and then have everyone else hold in the middle. I'll teleport over the left. Belith probably will too, and Ghetto Blonde, and I think that we will be okay. But if you guys have any good strategies, let me know in the comment section below. I am always open for conversation to get better at the game. That's the main point for all of us here. But I think that they need to. Let me know what you guys think. But I want to see an event where castle level doesn't matter. Like a dragon campaign. I want to see a dragon campaign where everyone starts out with the same level castle. Let's just say everyone has just a regular level 30. Everyone has a certain number of speed ups. Everyone has a certain number of items. Of all the items, everyone has the same amount of, and that way you can see some real skill play out, rather than just whoever has the most prestige 5s. Because okay, so I'm finally getting sent back from the dragon campaign. It's been a good 30 minutes since it ended. I'll get that video up for you guys as soon as possible. It'll probably take me, you know, an hour or two to render that video. It's gonna be, I'll try to shorten it, guys. I mean, there was a lot of exciting parts in it, but I know a 2 hour, I'm not trying to take up 2 hours of anyone's life, so I'll try to shorten it under 30 minutes. I think I can do that. I think I can get it under 30 minutes. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see the dragon campaign. I recorded the whole thing, and there were a lot of good points in it. We were winning at the beginning, and you know, up until about an hour into it, we should have started rallying the buildings, but we didn't start till the final like 45 minutes, and that was a mistake, I think. And yeah, now looking back on it, I know what we need to do, and I think we're going to be very, very good in the next dragon campaign, even if it's against one of these, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 prestige 5 alliances. I think we will still do good because we know what we have to hold, and yeah, we'll be doing good, guys. So let me know in the comment section if you guys have any good strategies. Maybe we can start drawing up plays and stuff, you know, talk together and try to become the best alliances we can be. I'll see you guys in the next video later tonight. I'll be doing a couple, I'll be doing one in 1545 and one in 440. I'll see you guys then. Peace. Goodbye, motherfucker!